Finding the right support when you're expecting is, well, it's everything. But if you're a parent-to-be, you know the struggle. Finding a doula who's a great fit and is actually available can feel impossible. And for doulas, building a business means you have to get your name out there. Today, we're going to break down a platform that tries to fix this exact problem for everyone involved.
So, if you're expecting, you just want a simple way to find someone in your area who's free, right? And if you're a doula, you're looking for a cheap, easy way to advertise your services without some platform taking a massive cut of your hard-earned money. Well, we're diving into a platform designed to be that perfect bridge, DoulaMatch.
All right, here's how we're going to tackle this. First up, what even is DoulaMatch? Then we'll look at it from the doula side, how it helps you build a business. After that, we'll flip it and see what it's like for parents. Then we get to the really cool part, the availability algorithm that powers the whole thing. And we'll wrap up by hearing what actual users think about it.
So, what is DoulaMatch, really? At its heart, it's a national directory, a referral service specifically for birth and postpartum doulas. Think of it like a specialized phone book, but way, way smarter. Its whole mission is to connect families and doulas as fast and as painlessly as possible.
And we're not talking about some small local website here. The platform has over 4,000 detailed doula profiles from all across North America. So this is a pretty big deal. It gives parents a ton of options and gives doulas access to a really wide market of potential clients.
Okay, so let's dig into what this looks like for the doulas themselves. If you're trying to run your own independent practice, the way DoulaMatch is set up is pretty compelling. Let's just start with the cost. To get listed on the site, build out your profile, and get in front of all these parents, the basic fee is just $25 for the entire year. I mean, when you think about what digital advertising usually costs, that's just an incredibly low barrier to getting started.
And here's the absolute best part. DoulaMatch is not a gig work platform. There are no commissions, no hidden fees, nothing. You set your own rates, you book your clients, and you keep every single penny. The site is there to introduce you, not to be a middleman that takes a cut.
And this gets at a really core idea of the platform. You can point every inquiry that comes from the site directly to your own personal website or your email. So you're not just building a profile on their platform, you're using them as a tool to build your business. The client relationship is yours from day one.
All right, let's flip the coin. What about the parents? If you're looking for a doula, the experience is built to be simple, totally private, and, most importantly, actually effective.
Now, this is a really big deal, especially today when it feels like every click you make is being tracked. The site takes user privacy very, very seriously, which is exactly what you want when you're searching for something so personal.
And they're not just saying it, they actually back it up. You don't have to register or create an account to start looking. They explicitly say they don't track you, and they don't use Google AdSense. You know what that means? No creepy ads for diapers following you all over the internet just because you looked for a doula.
The search itself could not be simpler. It really just comes down to two things: where you live and when your baby's due. You pop in your zip code, your due date, and boom, you get a list of doulas who work in your area. But the real magic is in how the site decides who to show you first. And that brings us to the secret sauce, the engine that really makes this whole thing work. This isn't just a random list of names, it's a dynamic database. And it's all powered by a simple, but honestly brilliant availability algorithm. This is the key. You see, you should think of DoulaMatch as an availability database. Its number one job isn't just to show you doulas, it's to show you available doulas. This solves the biggest headache for parents. You know, falling in love with a profile, reaching out, and then hearing, "Sorry, I'm booked." So how does it know who's available? It's genius. The doulas who regularly update their availability calendars on the site get rewarded. The more recently you've updated your calendar, the higher you show up in the search results. It creates this perfect incentive for doulas to keep their info fresh, which means parents get way more accurate results. It's a total win-win.
Okay, so that's all the theory. But what do the actual users, the doulas who use this for their business, what do they have to say? Let's hear some real feedback.
One of the first things that comes up is that people really get what DoulaMatch is and what it isn't. It's not trying to be your all-in-one business software for billing and scheduling. It's a directory, plain and simple. And its real strength is that it does that one thing incredibly well.
And this is huge, especially for anyone just starting out. For new doulas, getting those first few clients can be the toughest part. And users say this platform is fantastic for generating those critical early inquiries that get a business off the ground.
And this last piece of feedback, well, it just brings it all home.
It ties right back to that core algorithm we talked about. The doulas who get the most out of the site are the ones who play the game. You keep your calendar updated and you stay visible. It's a really clear, direct path to connecting with more families.
So, to boil it all down, for doulas, you get super low-cost advertising, you pay zero commissions, and you own your client relationships from the start. And for parents, you get a private, simple search that doesn't track you, and best of all, gives you results that are focused on who is actually available for you.
And that just leaves us with one final thought. In an online world that is always trying to be more complex, with more features and more hidden fees, DoulaMatch really stands out because it's so simple. It solves one problem, making the right connection, and it does it cleanly. So you have to wonder, maybe the most powerful tool isn't the most complicated one, but the one that's the most focused.